My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new Bay alert, don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second down, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Mark Barron coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Play action here with Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try to run it. This is counter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here you go, 368.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a pitch out to Williams. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's third down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter. So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away. To throw here, Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Ryan Hewitt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he fires one incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. Third and long, it's Rudolph. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. 5-0. Dalton sets up play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag. No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Rudolph on first down. Going deep for Moncrief. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So Dalton now. Caught Eifert over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Heads up!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Oh, that's what an effort. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They start with a give to Connor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Back there, Philly, here we go!
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now it's the backup, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Bostic able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now it's countered. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Dancing pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Throw left side, complete to Ross. He's still on his feet. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hurry up!
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And it's caught. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ground, this is Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now it's Rudolph. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rudolph on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Rudolph throwing again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Rudolph. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rudolph going to throw again. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And this one is incomplete. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Connor. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And the ball is knocked out. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Rudolph looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They go play action here on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this.
This is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Dalton here from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mark Barron in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
368!
Passing, it's Dalton. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Connor. Room to run inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Connor. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey.
They run run with Connor. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 26.
368. Heavy. Here you go, 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And on the ground they go with the running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they'll run it here. And he's got this one down to the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, that's Connor. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here you go, 368.
2nd down, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here you go, 368.
To throw again. Dalton going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw here, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. Room here to run. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The play fake to Hill. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing. Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive will start with Connor. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Andy Dalton. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Play action here with Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Trying to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try. There, and they do indeed convert on 4th.